Hey everybody, Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com, coming to you from the Chris Level studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Give us a little subscription love there as we get ready to close out the basketball season, guys. The end is in sight. Just one game remains after today, and of course, let us know what you're playing today. That's my most fun part of my job as I go through the comment section. Figure out what you guys are on. Figure out what you're playing. Is it hockey? Is it golf? Is it European soccer? Is it baseball? What? There's so much out there. It's like a big smorgasbord of beautiful, juicy bets. Let me know which ones you've grabbed and put on your plate, and when you gobble them up, I'll give you the shout out, let you know, let the world know that you are a master capper and have hit yourself a couple of winners. And, of course, don't forget to check out our websites, winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com, for deep dives into every sporting event going on in America every single day. All right, check that out, won't you? And, yeah, quick recap of yesterday. Went 1-2. On the Deep-3 as Miami, we took a kind of a flyer on them at plus money, and yeah, but the jury's still out. Cat looked okay. Of course, Miami couldn't score any runs, so that's always going to be a problem for us. You know, we knew Miami's not going to blow anybody out. We were hoping we could keep it close and let their bullpen get involved and take care of business, and they did. Unfortunately, they were already down 4-0 and couldn't get any offense going. It really just had one bad inning. Lopez did. He just gives up 4 runs, gives up 2 home runs in the 4th inning, and that was really that was kind of all she wrote. So I still like this kid. I think he's going to be good going forward. He's young. He's just got to be able to bear down when he needs to. And then we had the DePaul Blue Demons as the injuries caught up with us, and that was a situation where everything kind of became clear after we'd already capped it. By the time that went out, by the time it went to press, so to speak, it was already too late once we started getting the word of the injuries that were going to take their toll on the DePaul Blue Demons, and that ended up being a much easier play without their horses in there, including their leading scorer, who they ended up taking out with a separated shoulder. You know, when I capped all these guys, they had all these guys listed as questionable. So, yeah, it was a bad deal, and it's one of those deals where if you're not getting the live updates, and it sucks. So you got to kind of keep your finger on the pulse, especially if you're going to make a big play on a game like that. You know, we've said it before. We'll probably say it once a week. Take what I'm saying, what any other capper is saying. Just use it as your jumping off point. Do the own research before you make any plays, especially big plays on games like that. So we missed the Miami game and the DePaul game. We did hit the Orlando over as the Magic just went nuts and took that game well over the total. So we go 1-2 there. We go 2-2 on the premium side. We had Pittsburgh as we faded Cincinnati and their dreadful offense. So they got shut out for the 3rd straight game. We had the T-Wolves over, and we had the Philadelphia, and we had the Minnesota under, kind of making a little weather play there as it was absolutely horrible weather in Philadelphia. A little rain, 40 degrees, wind blowing in from right field. So, of course, they put up 116 runs, and everybody on the Twins hits for the cycle. Yeah, that's kind of the way that works. And then we had the Texas Rangers and the Angels over. Angels haven't been scoring a ton of runs this year. I thought Lance Lynn and his shitty brand of baseball might be good for what ails the Angels. But Lance Lynn actually had the breaker, had the sinker working a little bit, and was able to induce some ground balls at good times, get some strikeouts. They had a few men on base. A couple of crucial at-bats could have gone the other way. They didn't. That's the way it goes. And we end up losing the over in that one. So we go 2-2 on the premium side. So, hey, let's take a look at some picks for today, all right? As Operation Fade the Royals continues. You better get used to it, because we're going to fade them until they prove us that they can get the job done. Kansas City is in Detroit. Detroit's minus 129. Kansas City sends Jorge Lopez to the mound while the Detroit counters with Matt Moore. And like I said, this is strictly a play based on the crappiness of the Royals bullpen. And the fact at -129, that extrapolates out to the Royals winning roughly 71 games. If you run it down, it's about 13-10. If you do the math on it, that says the Royals should be winning 71 games this year in this situation. You know, there may be a planet where the Kansas City Royals win 71 games this year, but it ain't this one. They won 58 last year, and currently they're on pace to win 54. That sounds about right. Both bullpens are rested after an off day, which means the Royals relievers will still suck, but at least they won't be tired. I like Detroit here, all kinds of Detroit. Lay the 129 against the Kansas City Royals and get yourself down on Detroit. All right, let's move into the games that everybody actually cares about as the Auburn Tigers take on the Virginia Cavaliers. Taking a look at the total there, 131. I like the over, Rova. Yeah, the Tigers miss Okeke, but they showed last week that they can win against a good team when they're not on fire from beyond the arc. They showed a different style of basketball that they were able to play against the Wildcats and take care of business handily. Auburn's backcourt tandem of Brown and Harper are the best the Cavaliers have faced all season, and they excel at scoring in transition. Auburn leads the nation in forcing turnovers, and that could be very, very costly to a Virginia team that likes to continually trot out their freshman point guard Clark, who turns the ball over at a rate of almost 20%, okay? So 1 in 5 times they're coming down the court, he's turning the ball over. Not good at all. They get lots of steals, lots of transition points, which means more possessions and shorter possessions, which lends itself to more points, which lends itself to the over. Give me Virginia over 131 right here against the Auburn Tigers. And taking a look at the other contest, Texas Tech plus 2.5 against Michigan State. This should be a fun game. It certainly looks like a fun game on paper. You got the best half-court offense against the best half-court defense. Although veteran coach Tom Izzo has taken Sparty to the Final Four 7 previous times, he's only played for the championship just 3. There may be nobody in basketball, and I mean that there may be no college coach anywhere who is a better in-game coach and a better halftime adjuster than Chris Beard for Texas Tech. Yep, that's my hot take. You heard it here first. You know what? I think this game is about a toss-up. I think it's a coin flip, and anytime there's a coin flip, I'm going to take the points, all right? Give me Texas Tech plus 2.5 against a very good Michigan State team, but I like Texas Tech right here. Yeah, we may get screwed free throws late. That's always a danger when you've got a spread like that, but I think they keep it close. I think there's a good chance they win it. Give me those Texas Tech Red Raiders. I'm riding my Big 12 brothers all the way to the end. Texas Tech plus 2.5. Virginia, Auburn over 131. And those Detroit Tigers against the hapless Kansas City Royals bullpen minus 129. Get yourself down on those 3 picks. And at the end of the day, you guys can join me as we head back to the window. All right. Let's take a look at the shout-outs here today. By the way, I've talked about it before. If you're not betting baseball, you're not a real sports bettor, all right? I know a lot of guys are getting ready to pack it in until football season, and that is a huge mistake. Baseball is one of the best sport, if not the best sport to bet. Certainly my favorite to bet, certainly the one I know the most about. And if you haven't signed up for Premium Plays yet, make sure you do that to get all my best plays each and every day from the world of baseball, from the NBA, everything. And I do constant updates throughout the day. I'll send out at least one update with information on how our games are being bet and usually add another play or two to go along with it. So if you haven't signed up for Premium Plays, get yourself down on that. It's a hell of a deal. I've insisted that they keep the price affordable, and you can have Premium Plays at least 2 or 3 each and every day for about 2/3 of the cost of a cup of fancy coffee from your venti latte extra cappuccino foam. I don't drink coffee, so I have no fucking idea. But yeah, about $4 a day. You can do the premium pick. So the information here is right here on a fancy new banner, a blade that's called, as I found out. So check out the blade, check out our site. You can find links to Premium Plays if you are so interested. All right, let's do some shout-outs, everybody. Hammer and Hank, he got down on that Cavaliers Warriors over 228.5 as a live bet. And he forgot to write down the LA Dodgers minus 1.5 plus 115. A nice chunk of change there, as the LA Dodgers definitely took care of business. The legendary King, he had the South Florida Bulls minus 1. Faded me all the way. Nice call, brother. Arizona Diamondbacks plus 1.5. And he had a parlay with the Rockets and the Knicks under 220.5. Oh, I don't know what he parlayed that with. Okay, all right. But I'm assuming you hit your parlay, brother. Is that is it the Rockets Knicks under and the Golden State Warriors money line? If so, I like it. Nice hit, Legendary King. Mark R. Oh, man. Yeah, that was Mark R said a leadoff walk. I already love you, Mr. Gosman. Yeah, unfortunately, that was about the highlight for us there. As Kevin Gosman pitched pretty well, gave up 2 hits in 7 innings. Yeah, I was fading the Gauze there, and yeah, he ended up being okay. I thought he would need at least 1 or 2 starts to get himself back in shape there after missing most of spring training. He had shoulder trouble for, good God, since last year. I thought he might need at least 1 or 2 starts to get everything worked out there. And again, Kevin Gosman, not that great. All right, like I said, he pitched well for the Braves after he came over for 6 weeks or so, but had been pretty doggone mediocre for the Orioles a couple seasons before that. So anyway, tip of the cap to Kevin Gosman. He went out there and beat us tonight. So well done. And sorry, Mark, that was definitely the peak with us there as far as our Florida bet goes. Another Mark with a C. He says he's on the Mariners over 4.5 in the game total, and he had the Hawks and Magic over 226. Yeah, took care of business there. Never or rarely underestimate the ability of the Atlanta Hawks to play absolutely dreadful offense, and then with losing their center, or just defense rather, and then losing their center, they have been just absolutely no good. I think the Magic hung 149 on them, 149 or 148, a ton is what they put up. Uh-oh. I'm missing vowels. It must be time for C-Dub. C-Dub hit Trabzonspor. Of course he did. Trabzonspor, -1. Brescia, -1. You're just making shit up, I swear. Kortrijk, near Zulte Waregem. I'm playing I'm playing an Iron Maiden album backwards. All right, I'm gonna try this one. Okay, it's Kortrijk and Zulte Waregem. Over 3, of course. How else would you play that? And he had Porto -1.5. Porto, as everybody knows, a major power there in whatever league they play in. Way to go, Porto. Nicely done. EJ. EJ took time out from his busy day to comment and basically tell me what a moron that I am. Thanks, buddy. He said, "Oh, you have DePaul in this, and that's why all the stink is about." Oh, Scotty, come on, man. No, sir. Bulls, baby. DePaul has about as many healthy bodies as the Vassar brothers. I see you, baby. Okay, you're too hip for the room there, brother. I don't know what that means. I'm sure many of our smart people will get it, and then somebody will need to explain that to me. EJ, once again, you made the right call, and your jokes are even too hip for the room. Well done, brother. I'm going to miss you doing college basketball because EJ, he's got a very narrow niche. He doesn't do football, doesn't do baseball. He does college basketball. Okay, well, there you go. So have a good summer. Don't change a thing, man. We'll see you next fall. Porno, he had the Sox and Mariners over 8. He had the Pirates money line. South Florida plus 1.5. The Magic over 226. He had Kuchar. He had Matt Kuchar over Finau again. They each shot 1 under par. Hopefully, Mr. Rod Ruiz will play up the par next time. Shout out for anybody that knows what shows that's from. He only paired the under in college hoops last night. Loser! That's what I get for not tailing you on Texas. Ha ha. Good luck, everybody, says Borno. Very nice. The Legion of Picks had the Brewers money line. Holy shnikes, are the Cubs bad right now. Woo! And, as a bonus, the Brewers, very, very good. Miguel and Nola, he had the Spurs -5.5. He said he has shout-outs for you and the Crews. He tailed 2 of the Deep-3. He had the Texas total over 142.5 and Marshall under. He said thanks to me and thanks to the Crusher, led him back to the trough. And I drank. He had Golden State tonight -13. Milwaukee -4.5. Backdoor cover. Because everybody knows that's the best kind of cover right there. Ain't no cover like a backdoor cover because a backdoor cover don't stop. Also because of Lil Scott's new lean video, he was able to load up on Marshall at home for a great night. Well, there you go, brother. Load up on those leans. No, I'm glad we're able to help out. That's so much nicer than when I get like the comments of, you guys suck. You guys are horrible. You guys are suck. So anyway, thanks, Miguel. And Mikey B, he of the buyer of points and the teaser. He had San Antonio -5. He had the Boston under 216, and he had the Columbus money line. Eric T playing the talking about the system a little bit today. He had the D-backs +1.5. Non-system play, he had the Milwaukee money line. And he said, sorry for everybody who tailed my system plays. He's 1-2 on the day. 17 in 3 overall. He said he didn't sleep since he knew that he lost people money. You know what, brother? And I talked to him a little bit directly. I totally get it. And it's the problem. It's the problem with being like an honest handicapper and not being full of shit, is you really do care when people say, I'm playing you, I'm tailing you. And especially if you have a system, you're like, I've had good luck with it. I'm going to share it with you. And of course, if you got, everybody's done this. They think they're on a little something. They get hot. They go, man, I'm going to share this. I'm going to let people know. And of course, inevitably, people get on it, and it has a cold run. It happened with me when I did my premium. When I started off my premium service. You know what? We had a great February. We had a really good January. We'd done pretty well in February at the beginning. Roll out the premium service, and I was ice cold for the first 2 weeks. I mean, we put up, I'm going to say we put up, 40, 42 games, and I probably won 10. I mean, it was dreadful. Just absolute worst 2 week stretch probably ever had in my life. And so not only do I have people that are counting on me, they're paying money. All right, they're paying hard-earned money for shitty picks. And yeah, it works on you, man. It really does. Eric, you know what? Dude, it ain't on you. And I know everybody was very cool in the comment section. They talked about it, and it's absolutely true. It's a system. He says, here it is. I've had luck with it. Play it at your own risk. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Here's how to play it. Here's what's happened for me. And I present it to you to do with as you will. And that's the way my picks are. I do the best job I can. I put them out there. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes they don't. We try to hit about 56% of them. That makes us very happy. And 44% of the time, people are going to be pissed off. That's the nature of the beast. Eric, sleep better, brother. All right? You got to do it. You're a great guy. You're turning people on to something that worked for you. And after all, dude, we want 1 and 2. All right? So, it's not like you all of a sudden you're 0 and 9. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But just wanted to tell you that anybody else that shares their plays feels bad if somebody tails them. Guys, it's gambling. All right? At the end of the day, we are making educated guesses about what young adults are going to do and how they're going to react in circumstances. Sometimes we're right. We sound like geniuses. And sometimes we are absolutely with our head up our ass, have no idea what we're talking about. That's the way handicapping goes, all right? And you got to learn how to do it. You got to learn how to deal with it, because there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and sometimes people are going to be counting on you, and you're going to let them down, and that's the fucking way it goes. And you got to be able to sleep. You got to be able to soldier through, or it's a spiral. You get worse and worse and worse. You sleep less. You think about it more, and that doesn't help anybody, all right? So everybody chill. I appreciate everybody being cool. Nobody blamed Eric. Eric, you're good, brother. You're doing nothing but the Lord's work out there, trying to help out your fellow cappers. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys that sell your picks. I'm off my soapbox. Everybody have a great day. Hey man, let's get some wins tonight. All right, we're gonna have a nice national final that's all set after tonight, and be ready for a big finish on Monday. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Talk to you tomorrow. Love all you guys. You guys keep it coming. Let's see some more comments. Good luck. Take care.